Hello Tarotia and welcome to AD Tarot. Before we get started with the reading, please put your headphones in so you can receive these messages in 8 directional sound. We are in the middle of eclipse season. I did a solar eclipse reading a couple of weeks ago. I'll link it in the description box below. We have eclipse season twice a year, so the energies can stick around for a while, essentially over the next 6 months. And our next eclipse is on October 28th. It is a lunar eclipse in Taurus. If you want some more insight around where it might affect you, what area of your life, you can take a look at your birth chart and see where Taurus falls. So let's get some cards for the collective energy around the upcoming eclipse. So because I'm pulling collective energies, this could be energy that you're experiencing, could also be energy in your collective, the people that you're spending time with. Okay, so right here in the center of the spread, we have the Page of Cups. This is really the issue, the central point that is being illuminated for you, something that is really your focus right now in the collective. So when I see the Page of Cups here right at the center and being highlighted here by the Two of Pentacles, there's a sense of wanting balance, wanting something to change to give you balance in relation to your emotional expression, in relation to your ability to communicate how you feel with this Page of Cups. Eclipses are always, the changes, the energy is always about change. It can be quite intense and sort of a sweeping feeling. And the energy that's showing here leading into the eclipse is the Ten of Wands. So if you have been in a situation where maybe you're a bit frustrated, you're not feeling particularly emotionally seen or emotionally understood, with this Ten of Wands energy leading into the eclipse, you could be at a point where you are really at your wit's end. You feel burdened by this. You feel like you are taking care of everyone else, and maybe you're not feeling such a balance there. Maybe you're not feeling as cared for as you are caring for others. The culmination point here being brought by the eclipse, you have the High Priestess. That's water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's about your own inner knowing and your sense of intuition, knowing what is for you and knowing what is not for you. So that's something that you could have, that sense of internal revelation coming through this eclipse in relation to this this need or desire for balance and care in relation to your emotional self. There's messages internally for you here with this High Priestess. The energy that the eclipse will leave in terms of in the go forward and in your short term, you have the Emperor. That's fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And in opposition to this Page energy, which can feel sort of a younger, more starting out early stage energy, the Emperor, he's the embodiment of all kings. He's the boss, he's the leader. So there's an opportunity here for moving away from frustration and being sort of done with this situation that you've been waiting to change, and really moving through to having more of a sense of power and a sense of confidence and boldness, which is quite lovely. So let's get some more information. Let's clarify. Show me the Two of Pentacles. It wouldn't be an eclipse reading without the Tower. And the Page of Cups. Beautiful. The Ten of Wands. Oh, these are lovely. The High Priestess. I love all these majors coming out as well. And the Emperor. Giving us 2 on the Emperor. Wow. Okay. Eclipses, big energies, lots of major arcana. So this 2 of Pentacles here about wanting balance, reciprocity. And this is really like reciprocity in a real sense, in terms of being able to see, feel, hear, touch, evidence of a reciprocity in your life. It's clarified here by the Tower. I feel like there's a possibility that you've recently experienced a significant disappointment in relation to an important connection in your life. Could be family, could be romantic, could be friends. There's some indication here that it's romantic for at least some of you, but there's a sense of you prioritizing a connection and then being really suddenly disappointed by something that happened in your recent past. Here with this Page of Cups, this thing that is the central matter for you right now, it's clarified by the Lovers. So Lovers is the card of Gemini. It speaks about split energy. It also is seeking balance. The Lovers is needing to make a choice, needing to decide where to invest. And again, it can indicate romantic connections, but it can also just be interpersonal connections in general. But this Page of Cups with the Lovers, it feels as if you are feeling timid in a really important connection, and you could perhaps be feeling quite timid because of this need for balance and this big shakeup that happened. The energy leading up to the eclipse, the Ten of Wands is clarified by the Fool. I think you took a risk here. You could have laid it out all on the line. You could have taken a leap, and essentially a leap of faith. That's what the Fool's all about. That could have not gone how you had hoped, or it could be something that is actually being assisted by this eclipse. You have the High Priestess clarified by the Ten of Swords. This is a really interesting pairing of cards because the High Priestess is all about intuition, and it's clarified by the Ten of Swords, which is all about thinking, but it's thinking to the nth degree. This is essentially fear, thinking the worst case scenario constantly, and this is your inner knowing and your inner sense of self-trust and trust in the universe. Here with this Fool energy, there's an indication here that the eclipse is bringing forth opportunities for you to perhaps understand the difference between what's my fear telling me and what does my intuition have to say. And given a choice with this Lover's card, your intuition is the one to follow. Your energy emerging from this eclipse with this Emperor card, which is such confident, bold, take charge energy, you have the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Cups. So this resolution, this moving forward of this situation where you're seeking balance, there's an opportunity for you to walk away from something that doesn't feel good for you anymore. Your intuition may tell you, you know what, it's time to walk away from this thing. And that thing could be a communication pattern. It could be a connection in general. It could also be an approach of where you are getting to a point of giving so much that you yourself have nothing to care for yourself. So it's walking away from something and walking towards something that feels much more aligned with your Emperor energy. And it also represents something that you have wished for. So there's significant possibilities and opportunities here to really process how you are experiencing balance and care in your interpersonal relationships, and how you can rely more on what you know versus what you think. They are different things. And how you can step into a bolder, more confident space. That's a beautiful opportunity for an eclipse. Let's get an oracle card and see what else comes forward. So you have the darkening card. So in this deck, this card is speaking all about going deeper. It shows up after a significant event has really encouraged you to go beneath the surface. We can do a lot of surface work in our relationships and how we live our lives, but if you have recently been through this Tower energy, and now you're sitting in this Lovers and the Fool energy, it's very likely that you yourself have decided to go a little deeper and not accepting surface level relationships and surface level interactions in terms of your sense of well-being and purpose. So it speaks a lot to trusting what you're experiencing and what you're processing. So it aligns really beautifully also with this High Priestess card. Any opportunities you have through the eclipse and in the weeks following the eclipse to tune into yourself. Find out really, what does this feel like? What do I feel is right? And your fear can often get louder and louder and louder when you ignore it. But your intuition never shouts. It's always there. So here's an opportunity for you to really tune into that and see what you can manifest for yourself through this eclipse. So I hope that was helpful. If these messages resonate, please subscribe so you can join us again next time.